Depending on how you look at it, Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat had a pretty disappointing season last year. Of course, they were the number one seeded team in the Eastern Conference, but our main goal was to win an NBA title. Now, the Boston Celtics are facing the Golden State Warriors, and it's safe to assume that if the Heat were in the Boston Celtics position, they would be either in a tie series or be beating on that Warriors team. Jimmy Butler would have been playing like an MVP. The Miami Heat defense would be terrorizing the Golden State Warriors, and it would be a toss-up in the NBA Finals, but that's not what we're dealing with right now. Instead, we're going into the offseason dealing with questions about Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, and a lot of NBA analysts are putting up trade scenarios that involve Tyler Herro, and as a part of the Heat Nation, that's something that we just can't tolerate. But if the Miami Heat do want to make a change of scenery for some of these players, I believe it will be in their best interest to go after Bradley Beal. What a lot of people have to understand is even though there's high scoring games in the NBA right now, it's hard to find a player that can score against a tough NBA defense. Look at the Miami Heat, Boston Celtics, and the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference. Then look at the Phoenix Suns, Memphis Grizzlies, and Golden State Warriors in the West. They have their own culture and identity, but they have one or two players that can score at an insane rate at any given moment. And that's what's special about these certain type of players. Now on the season, Bradley Beal averaged 23.2 points, 6.6 assists, and 4.7 rebounds per game, while shooting 45% from the field and 30% from downtown. Even though the season before he averaged 31.3 points a game, it's safe to say that if he had a change in scenery, that he will be able to flourish in any NBA offense. And that's what the Miami Heat need him for. According to CBS Sports, they put an article out today titling Bradley Beal Free Agency. All-Star guard says his decision will come down to ability to win. And in this article, it states that Bradley Beal obviously considers his family. What do they want to do? Where do they want to live? What are they comfortable with? And obviously, the team. And whenever it comes down to the Miami Heat, they have the right culture for Bradley Beal. Somebody who is serious about winning, who wants to make it to the NBA Finals, get far in the NBA playoffs. And I know I said that in the wrong order, but that's just something that he wants to live with. What other possible situation would be the perfect fit for him if not the Miami Heat? They do have the Los Angeles Lakers with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, but can you trade Russell Westbrook back to the Washington Wizards and get the right amount of assets? I don't think so. There is speculation that he can go to the Brooklyn Nets, but I don't really trust Kevin Durant in a lot of situations, at least with the leadership aspect. He knows that it's his team. He just needs somebody that can be a two-way player, and Bradley Beal will not help them that much on the defensive side of the ball, especially if they have to get rid of either Kyrie Irving or Ben Simmons. If you get rid of Kyrie to get Bradley Beal, then you're basically getting the same amount of offense with no defensive impact. And if you trade Ben Simmons for Bradley Beal, then you're just going to be getting killed on offense every single possession, which is why the Milwaukee Bucks will always be able to dominate the Brooklyn Nets. Now there is teams like the Dallas Mavericks, the Memphis Grizzlies, and even the Golden State Warriors for next season that he can look into. But the thing about it is that he can enter free agency. He can opt out of the last year of his deal. So ultimately, he will decide where he wants to go. So Miami, they need to get Pat Riley to give him a call if he enters free agency. They need to find players that can at least build around Jimmy Butler and Bradley Beal, because they will be the face of the franchise if paired together. Bam Adebayo, he will be there. He needs to work on his jump shot. And if you have these three guys on the same team with improved talent, then they will make it to the NBA Finals. But you guys tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Bradley Beal is the right fit for the Miami Heat? Should they pursue him in a sign and trade? And are you willing to give up Tyler Herro just to get him? Now, I do have two more questions, but first, make sure you follow me on both of my Instagram pages. Once I reach 1,100 followers, I will be giving away an NBA jersey of your choice. And make sure you guys follow my main ScottyIce channel. there will be some new content that you just don't want to miss. Now, the questions that I have for today is one, without Bradley Beal, what other trade option would you go after in free agency? Do you think that they should go after a player like Damian Lillard, or even the route of Jeremy Grant or Miles Turner? I really don't like whenever we talk about Bam Adebayo moving to the 4th spot, because we do need a center that will be able to shoot. And even though Miles Turner is the perfect fit, if we don't obtain him, what other center can we go after? Bam Adebayo needs to work on his offensive game. Tyler Herro, and if they do keep Duncan Robinson, need to work on the defensive side of the ball so that Bam Adebayo can open up his offensive bag. As we can see, Steph Curry, he isn't that great defensively, which is why I respect players like Klay Thompson so much. Chris Middleton, they can do it on both sides of the ball and still generate offense. As long as we're getting better internally, then everything will come together externally, and that's just something that I believe in. Now, the second question that I have for today is do you think that the Miami Heat will end up making the NBA Finals next season? For me, I believe they have a great chance. They have all the things necessary to make it to the NBA Finals. They have multiple players that make it to the NBA All-Star game. They have multiple players that have championship experience. They have the location to attract other star players in free agency. And whenever the regular season does come, the other stars will be distracted whenever they visit us. As long as we're good at home and have offensive players that can help us on the road, then we will be able to get to that level. And that's what's exciting about the Heat Nation. But you guys, don't forget to smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and as always, this your boy ScottyIce, aka Baby Bron, and you already know, I'm out.